Octane anime action is the name of the game in Relic Knights. Mount up in your mecha and battle for glory at our Relic Knights hub on beastsofwar.com. Fight for the Iron Kingdoms as a warcaster. Take control of the mighty jacks, arcane devices, and dark sorceries to bring the fight to the War Machine hub on beastsofwar.com.
Hi everybody, welcome to What's in the Box. Today myself and John are having a look at Soul Wars for Age of Sigmar. This is the new 2-player starter box.
This looks epic.
I'm going to say this now. Oh, dibs on the undead.
That's fine, I wanted the Stormcast anyway. So
this is the moment everybody has when they get one of these boxes. But I want this one. No, I want that one.
we were blessed with 40k8 because it was just... He just immediately said, I like the Nurgle, and I was like, that's fine because I need the Marines.
Well, no, I said I like the Death Guard, and then I was just like, oh my god, the Gribbly bits! All of them!
Yeah, he still hasn't finished painting his.
I have a few Poxwalkers.
I've expanded my army, twice now?
Yeah, and I haven't... I've been good. I haven't expanded my army because I haven't finished painting it.
Okay, yeah, that's the only part of the deal that you've stuck to. Yeah, so... Don't be so proud of yourself. You still haven't finished it.
Yeah, but I didn't buy more shiny stuff. I mean, I tell you what, I was tempted at UK Games Expo by Forge World.
Oh, I'm sure you were. I was, and I crumpled.
Yeah, as you
fine.
do. As you're meant to.
That's fine. But this...
Yes.
This, to me, is when Age of Sigmar is sort of...
It's on its feet now.
It's on its feet. Because when 40k8 came out and they brought that beautiful set out, the Dark Imperium set, it had everything in it, and this box has got on the same lines for the amount of contents it has, and the size of the contents.
Well, first things first, let's get a look at the beautiful cover art that the guys have done. This is gorgeous. That sits on a shelf. It's got that pick up and look at me sort of feel to it.
It has that boutique look to it. It's that nice little simple text on it, a beautiful piece of artwork that's slapped bang in the center of the box.
Yeah.
And then you see the back.
And then you see everything you're getting. So you've got 2 full forces in here, which makes me so happy.
Mm-hmm.
I love the paint job that they've done on some of this stuff. It's looking absolutely gorgeous.
What I like most about the Stormcast is they have all that beautiful cloth work now over the armor. So you're... Yeah. So you're going... Like from the last starter set where the Stormcast were a bit plain. Mm-hmm. It was the first roll out of the Stormcast and you were sort of looking at them going, they're nice, but they're missing something. And I think all the cloth work on this set...
So you think it's a bit more pizzazz?
I think this has more potential for painting. Because you get, on the cloth, because it's a tabard, you can start throwing your own designs onto that.
Going for freehand work?
Yeah, without worrying about keeping the armor simple. You can still keep it simple, but you can go to town with the cloth work.
Yeah. Okay, so this I like. Yeah. So this is a really nice touch that they've added. You've got a big, beautiful piece of artwork right on this box here.
Yep.
And what's in this box here is all of your sprues.
Yes.
And there are a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. 52 models, I believe, in the box.
Yeah, so you have a lot of work to do once you and your mate get this box. So I'll put that to the side now because I want to show what else is in the box first. So we get our instruction manuals with all of our stat cards and stuff.
Or data cards or whatever they're called. War scrolls.
War scrolls.
Yep.
You also get this, which appears to be a really nice narrative piece.
Little campaign book.
Yeah. So if you want to open that up, John.
Yeah, go ahead.
Next up.
Do you know what? Before I open this, I have to say, GW, that artwork on the front of that book is beautiful. Yeah. Really, really stunning.
Yeah. Again, it's got that nice heavy boutique feel to it.
Yeah.
And this is a full rule book.
Again, like they did with 40k, the starter, your 2-player starter set now has the full-size book in it, and that's exactly what 2 players need. Yeah. No more of this. Well, you have condensed rules, I believe, as well, but at the same time, you have the main book to continue on your journey with.
Well, if I move this out of the way, we'll get a quick look at the main rule book. So, like you said, John, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, look at the
sheen makes me happy.
Yeah, little details like that are just amazing.
Yep.
As you can see, we're unwrapping this for the first time. Oh, hello. That is a nice piece of art.
Isn't it? Again, they are really following the trend they set with 40k8 book. Mm-hmm. Very similar, and I like that approach.
They've got gorgeous artwork in here. This will have timelines and stuff, which is perfect. So this, I always say, is the most important part of a 2-player start set. For one fact. One thing that I always find hard with so many games. Where is my jump off point? Where is my easy in? This is you whenever you're ready to actually jump in deep.
Yep.
But this is your wedge. This is your first steps into the world of Age of Sigmar, and this is going to take you through your beginning steps. If I don't drop it, of course.
Yeah, of course.
So everything you need to know, a little bit of background on who the main protagonists are, and then as we move further through, if my hands would work, come on. You're starting to see some of the unit profiles, getting a flavour of what each unit's meant to do.
Yep.
Same for the other side, and on the back you've got some extra little bits here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do need to give this book a read through, and I'm hoping that this should have a nice, like, simple narrative way to actually run through the first games. Oh,
so this is the beginner. This is the actual jump off when you come to the gameplay.
Yeah, whenever
side.
it's actual gameplay. So that's story.
That's lore. Yeah,
which I like.
Mm-hmm.
So start here, nice, big and bold. This is very thin for getting yourself started, but in this you're just wanting your main mechanics and stuff, and actually getting into how things run. Although that does look a lot like.
There you go. We'll start playing. So this is outlining the basics, or outlining the basics of what they always have to in these big sets, because these could be sold across anywhere really, to be honest. And when someone picks this up and goes, "Oh, this looks fun," they're not a miniature war gamer or something like that. You need that book to say, "This is what a miniature war game is. This is how it plays. This is what this works, and this is how it works."
Now, I think this is more for if you've never played a war game before. This start here is because it's telling you who the two factions are, and then it's telling you the main components you're going to need to play the game.
Okay.
Then you're on to this, which is your core rules.
Which
this
I believe
is when you
will
start
be
playing.
Yeah, I believe this will be all of the rules, more or less, apart from maybe some depth.
Yeah, this is basically guiding you through how to read your war scrolls, how to actually point stuff up and get it on the table, how you're going to move, how you're going to shoot, how you're going to fight.
Yep.
And it actually gives you a scenario here, which is really nice to have, just a very simple setup scenario, and then a few more details further through.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Instructions?
Yep, so this is the book for the Soul Wars box itself.
This is one thing that I think Games Workshop are always top of the game in, is doing excellent 3D rules, because you've got both sides in here. Now, it's the one thing I would suggest to Games Workshop for future ones of these. Do two of these, one for each side, because if it's you and a mate and you both want to go away and build stuff, you've only got one of these.
Yeah, didn't we end up cutting the 40k one in half?
We did.
Yeah.
We did. But that's not a huge issue. It's one of those tiny little details, but yeah, everything goes together beautifully. Right, next up.
Data cards, or War Scrolls.
War Scrolls.
Here you go.
Okay, so.
It's the Stormcast.
Oh, I love the fact that you've got like this. Which
it's like a little booklet unto itself.
Well, this is your Lord.
Yeah.
So he gets one of his own. I wonder if I can bring this. Aha, I can. So this is him. This is his War Scroll with all of his stats. And then you've got extra abilities and stuff on the other side here. And then on the back, I love this. You've got like a little postcard.
Yeah.
Such a nice touch. You're then going to quickly go through the rest of all your guys for each of their abilities and stats, which is really handy. And then we'll do the exact same for the other side. Now, I don't think I need to show those because a War Scroll is a War Scroll.
Are you sure?
I am quite sure.
Are you sure? I think you should look at them at least.
Okay, we'll look at them.
Just because of the Lord's art.
Okay, so we've got these guys, these guys, these guys, these guys.
Reaper's Torment.
Lord Executioner.
Yep.
So I'm not sure, is he the hero or Guardian of Souls? And I think we're back around. Yep. So there's maybe a little bit of more extra special rules to the Stormcast.
Perhaps.
But this I like, because it means I don't have to refer to the rulebooks for my stats anymore.
Yeah.
This is one of the best moves Games Workshop ever made. Right. Lift out the bottom tray for me, because but wait, there's more.
Yeah, so you have some of your basic components again, like 40k.
Yeah.
So you have a set of dice.
Yeah, these are actually really nice looking dice.
Yep.
You've also got a little measuring stick in there.
Yep.
So you've got these nice clear blue D6s. And
They're
I'm going to give
gorgeous.
them a little roll here. That's
Bless them.
roll. Curse them more like with that roll.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, a little measuring stick.
Yeah, this is a nice touch to have because you're not running around the house looking for your dad's old tape measure that's all rusty and nasty like you used to way back when.
Yeah.
But it's clear, easily marked, all in inches, which of course is what you should measure everything in. There may be some ranges and stuff which are over 12. I don't know yet. But if there is, that's the point where you're getting ready to actually grab something a bit more.
You actually get a little Stormcast Eternal transfer sheet.
Oh, that's nice.
Cute. Nice
little detail to have, so you can get some of your symbology and stuff down and actually start experimenting with these if it's your first ever set.
Yeah. And something they didn't do in the 40k box, which would have been a nice idea. A little novella.
Yeah, so you've got a sample chapter for Soul Wars.
Yep.
So I'm guessing there's probably a full Black Library book, and this is sort of to whet your appetite for what you're going to get. I mean, it's the other thing Games Workshop do so well is Black Library.
Mm-hmm.
Having that resource of so many stories from the world, it makes me happy because it means I can live in the world even if I don't play as much as I want to.
Yeah.
You know, and I can still feel that whenever I'm down with my friends who do play, I still know enough about the world to keep up with the conversation.
You hope.
I hope.
If you've been paying attention.
Yeah. Okay. Minis. All of the minis. So, first thing we get, Big Bag of Daisies. Now, all of these appear to have holes in them, so I'm guessing this is possibly all easy build miniatures.
Well, yeah, I would imagine so. Because, the 40k set was easy build. So.
Yeah. So I'm just going to read through here and see if I can get out all of the undead.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all of them there.
Yep.
So, 4 sprues for your undead.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll pop them here and start having
4 sprues for the Stormcast as well.
Yes. So, I have no idea who is who in this yet, because I've actually not played much Age of Sigmar. I think I've got like one demo game under my belt in the Games Workshop.
Yeah.
And I had the classic experience of, you're playing your demo game, you win. It's what you do with someone's first game.
You just roll good anyway.
I don't roll good.
You're a swine like that, so go on, show us some undead then.
Okay, so... first sprue is the big one, and it's chock full of stuff. Games Workshop are technically flawless, as always, in their stuff. So, we've got some of these guys we saw on a Weekender a little while back. They're kind of like Wraiths, but they've got like rat skeletons to them, which are really cool. Lots of details. I love the way that they've actually got some of the actual ghostly stuff flowing through some of the lower basing materials and stuff. On for the round, look at this thing. So, we've got somebody with a gallows, if I turn this around. So they've got a gallows strapped to their back. I'm guessing that's more of a hero. And then they've got this big axe with ghostly stuff coming off of it. Some form of ectoplasm.
Yeah.
Very cool. We go to our next sprue. I expect to be hunting through these sprues to find everything. We've got more wraith-like creatures. You've got like chains, axes and stuff. Very classic high fantasy. Oh, I love this. You've got a little club with spikes on it, swords. Awesome. They're spiky. Yep, we've got even more of them. We've got some cavalry here. That might be one of our heroes then.
I think that's probably the Lord's force.
Look at this sword, John.
Yeah.
Look at the size of that.
That's gorgeous.
That's very, very nice. We've got this little dude here. He's got some keys and stuff hanging off him with a big lock. The face of your leader, I'm guessing, here. Very nice and ornate.
Mm-hmm.
I love the way they've played with space with these undead models, because they've got a lot of voids and stuff to them.
Yeah.
So I think this is more of your standard troops and your other units on this particular sprue here. And, one guy's running around with a candelabra on a staff. Again, if you want to actually try painting some fire effects, that could be fun, doing some ghostly blue flames.
Little bits of OSL or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stormcast.
Yes.
I've no idea who these guys are, so...
Well, you know who they are. They're Stormcast.
Yeah, I know them.
You don't know what the units are. But, oh my word. Yeah, I see what you mean, John, with all the tabards on these.
Yeah.
These just raise the game. So, looking at these, you've got big flowing cloaks, iconography and stuff out the wazoo, even the cloaks out and around the back. And this does look as if it's all snapped together, so if you've got like little hands and you don't want them gluing it together, you probably could push fit these together.
Yeah.
And actually get them on the tabletop with them. The shield details look even crisper than the very first ones that we saw from Games Workshop with the Stormcasts. And yeah, they're absolutely gorgeous. Oh, the hammer design is nice, John. Look at this thing.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I've seen that. That's really nice.
Yeah. Very, very nice. Who do we have next?
I believe, is this possibly that's a duplicate.
So you get 2 of these. Yeah, because you've got units in here, you probably do have some.
And the units of Stormcast are typically...
Yeah, they're quite uniform.
Well, no, they're quite points heavy, so there won't be as many of them as there might be the undead in this.
Yeah, which means because John's going to be building those, he has less work to do than I do.
Yes, but it's beautiful.
It is. It is. Oh, I love these with the quilted sort of backs on them.
Mm-hmm.
See here? Those are really gorgeous.
Really sweet.
And then you've got all the different weapons, all the scroll work and engraved detail that you're seeing in these is fabulous.
Yeah.
And we're seeing them start to appear without their heads.
Yeah,
without their helmets.
Yeah, there's a few. I think did Shadespire introduce a couple that didn't have helmets on? I can't remember.
Oh, you've got a big war engine on here too.
Yeah,
that's a nice touch.
That looks badass.
Yeah, I think Shadespire may have done. It's kind of a strange thing to me. Now, I'm not deeply into the lore just yet, but I thought these guys were reforged by Sigmar. Their spirits
totally changed. They are beings. They are physical beings, as far as I know. I remember the hype at the start of them being like ghosty warriors, but I don't think...
basically drawn from all the races.
Yeah, that was potentially either very early lore or a misconception somewhere along the way.
Possibly, or in the reforging process, they're reforged into a new physical form.
Could be. Yeah, we need to lore science this.
Yeah.
To understand it better, so we do apologize for not knowing our stuff.
Always. Well, I mean, like it's not so much that we don't know our stuff; it's that this is actually us as if we were coming to this game as two brand spanking new players. Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Essentially, we are.
Exactly.
I haven't played a single game of this.
All right, so this I assume is your lord, who's on a huge griffin creature. The detailing on the feathers and stuff, I really like. That's going to take a dry brush gorgeously. You've got a big staff with the lightning bolts. You've got big plumes. The plume actually looks optional. So you've got a little bit of a convertibility in here, depending on how you want it to look.
I wouldn't say it's optional. I would say it's there, but if you feel frisky with some green stuff, you could do something else.
And it looks as if we have another character on here as well.
There's a couple. There's on the other sprue there was a female character, a female name, not named character, but a female unit type.
Ah, let's see.
Where is she?
Oh yes, I see them on the sprue.
Yeah. So Lord Arcanum is the guy on the big Griff Charger, it's called.
Oh.
Sounds awesome.
Sounds badass.
The Griff Charger. Yeah. Sequiturs, Casta Gators.
Alright, well John, look, I'll tell you what. Let's actually get these built.
It's a Knight and Cantor.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, let's take a break. You and me are going to go away. We're going to build these. Yep. We're going to read through some of the books a little bit and familiarise ourselves with it as we would if we were two brand spanking new players, which we are.
So maybe in part 2, we might know a little more. Yeah, we might actually know something. You never know.
All right, everybody, we'll move on. We'll be right back after we have these built. Okay, everybody, we're back and we have everything built. I'm going to say this now, you get a lot in this box.
You do, but I think this is Games Workshop's way of showing how good they can be in a 2-player starter.
Yeah.
It's the same with 8th edition 40k. Yeah. You got a lot in that box too.
Yeah, you did. I mean, like, everything that has came in this box is really easy to put together. I do have a piece of advice, just for simplicity of build. Even though they're more delicate, I would give the younger participants the actual undead side of this and the gaseous forces.
You think so?
Most of these are only 2-part models.
Yeah.
So it's very, very easy for them just to go, boop, boop, I've got a model done.
But it's fragile at the same time.
I don't know. Well, the plastic is quite robust.
Yeah.
You know, it's up to yourselves. That would be my thinking, because the miniatures go together so simply. Yes, there's a lot of them, but I think they're very easy builds. I mean, like the most parts for models I had was actually this guy, which is, if I get his name right, let me just double check because I have the cards laid out here. So this is the Knight of Shrouds, and as you can see, he's quite hefty.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I think there was maybe half a dozen pieces to him.
Yeah, and he's a gorgeous model.
He's impressive when he's done, and the way they've played with the voids on these undead figures, because there's so much empty space. You know, normally you'd have like torso, skeletal stuff going down through here. This is empty. So, I mean, like, whenever you actually come to paint these, if you're slightly more advanced, if you're starting to play with airbrushing, prime these black, take your airbrush to them, give them a zenith, and then just work from there. Because all of that shadowing that you're going to do is going to work so well on those, like, darker spaces on these.
Absolutely.
Now, for him, I want to actually have a look at what his abilities are, because I had a quick read through the core rules, right? Took about, say, 10 minutes with them.
Yeah.
And I would say I could quite happily run us both through the game after that, from having had one very quick demo in a Games Workshop and having had a read through that. You do have the big book if you really want to go in depth, but just to have fun, you're up and running. So he's really, really good. So he's got a movement of 12. He is fast. Faster than any undead I've ever seen in my life. No, I expect undead to be like Ray Harryhausen, just...
Yeah, shambling, but this guy doesn't. Well,
Yeah.
he's got a big dead horse, so...
Yeah. He's got 6 wounds, a save of 4 up, and his bravery is 10. Now, the actual bravery in this is actually a very, very interesting way to run it, because the combat in this game, John, works differently to what I've seen before. So, basically, you'll have your charge phase during the round, right? You then don't fight with everything on your side.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pick a fight where I will fight. You'll pick a fight where you will fight.
Okay.
So it trades off.
Yeah.
And whenever you're working out the initiative for the fights, it's if you're charging, you're the guy who's basically going in first.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you can get the jump on your opponent if it's your turn for some of your fights.
Yeah.
However, at the end of the fight, depending on how many wounds you've taken, you then have to take a bravery roll, so a battle shock test.
Yeah.
So you'll modify your battle shock very simply. For every 10 models in a unit, you get a +1 to it, right? If you roll above your bravery, you take that many models off. They run away.
All right.
So there is a real attrition to it. So you'll have the fight, and then you'll have guys just running away if their bravery isn't great.
Yeah.
This guy, he has some really nice abilities on him, but I will let everybody read those. So that's him done.
Yep.
I also have some heroes mixed in here as well. Now, my favorite one from the set has to be the Lord Executioner.
Mm-hmm.
He is, I'll say this now, he's held by a single point here, so he's maybe just a little bit springy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think what I might potentially do is, once we're done here, I might just put a little glue point like right there, just to give him a second contact point.
Yeah.
But that's literally just me saying I would like this a little stronger.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my only complaint. Other than that, very, very cool looking model. I love like the screaming faces coming up and out of his shoulder, and the big executioner's axe and the hangman's noose above him.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really,
very,
really
very nice.
cinematic in its own way.
Yeah, well, this is what Games Workshop have been doing so well with the latest stuff, is making the stuff look cinematic.
Yeah.
This guy, for abilities and stuff wise, he moves 6, 5 wounds, 4 up save, 10 bravery. I'm going to guess this 10 bravery is going to be a running theme for the undead, because they're undead. They have no morale.
Yeah.
Abilities wise, he has quite a few as well. Oh, he's actually a 3+ to hit, so he's actually quite tasty. And he's got a rend of -2 on his weapon, so I'm assuming that modifies your armor save when he hits you.
Mm.
Very, very nice. Next up, let's grab the Guardian of Souls, which I believe is this fellow here. And I'm not sure, is he... Yes, he is a hero on his own. So I just wanted to double check that as well. But if you look at him, very nice. Love the sort of flames coming down off the staff. And the actual voids again, in beneath. Get some nice dark colours in there, maybe a little bit of grey just on the outside edge.
Yeah.
And these will paint up so nicely. That, and you can have a real nice play with like your rust effects and stuff on the swords and the actual bits that are on the base.
Yeah.
And I love the amount of like scenic basing material you already have on these. Next up, so I'm gonna flip this over just so that I can say that I've done them and I'm not grabbing units more than once. This is why I have them here. Let's go for the Spirit of Torment.
Okay.
Or Spirit Torment, not Spirit of Torment, because I know some people will call me on that. This one is rocking around with 2 big locks to lump you around the head with. I think the only thing I would have changed is I maybe would have put the keyholes on the outside, just to make them a little more visible.
Well, it doesn't matter so much, I don't think. You kind of get that these are big padlocks anyway.
Yeah, and it's something that you could convert very, very easily with a craft knife if you wanted to change it.
Yeah.
So, very nice. And you've got some armoured plating and stuff on him as well that's going to let you start to play about with your rust effects, some gold, some brasses in there.
Mm-hmm.
Also very nice. Yep, he's got 10 bravery. Running themes!
Well, let's see some of your units. Have you got any more named characters in there?
No. So I've got 4 sort of named characters. So I've got like a warlord in there and like 3 heroes to run with him.
Yep.
We then have... Let's go with the Glaive Wraith Stalkers.
Alright.
So these ones are actually rather nice. So these are like our little rat dudes who've been turned into undead.
Mm-hmm.
So the unit together, very pointy.
Yeah, they are very pointy looking, aren't they?
Quite similar poses, but there are some differences in and amongst them. So if we actually go in close on those, you'll see you've got some nice bone work to do there, some more rust. But if we're looking for differences, the way the actual cloaks and stuff fall off of them, if I can, yeah. Okay, I need to stop doing stuff like that. See the way the cloaks and stuff fall differently?
Yeah.
So they're both in very much of a straightforward attack pose, but there's enough differences there that it's not going to look too samey on the tabletop.
Yeah.
Same with this little fella here. And I love the way that you've got the flowing cloaks attaching into some of it to actually make them feel like they're flying.
Mm-hmm.
Really dynamic sculpts. They also have 10 bravery. Let's go with the Chain Rasp Horde next.
So that's this big clump of guys.
Yeah, this is your big tar pit for this. Now, the cool thing with this is you have enough of these guys that you could do like a small unit, 2 small units, or do like 1 big unit.
Yeah.
So you can play a couple of different ways and start experimenting. Because actually in the description it reads, a Chain Rasp Horde has any number of models. Each Chain Rasp attacks with a malignant weapon. Nice.
Okay, so it's an unlimited size.
Yeah,
pretty much.
which is really nice. In fact, are the Glaive Wraiths the same? A unit of Glaive Wraith Stalker has any number of models. Yeah.
Okay.
So there are no unit limits,
Mhm.
which is really cool. But whenever you see a horde of these on the tabletop, that's quite intimidating.
Yeah.
And you have tons of different poses in here. So let me just slide them back and we'll start looking at some of them. So there's this little dude here, rolling forward with his axe. Ooh. They are a little springy.
Yeah, nice.
We have another little guy here, rolling out with a sword. And I love the fact that you've got like tombstones and stuff. Again, great for learning early painting techniques. We have this guy who possibly was naughty and got put into the stocks.
He's not had a good time.
No, he's got the ball and chain on there. He's been in the stocks, and maybe they forgot to feed him. We've got this little guy here, axe up. And now I will say you do get some duplicates in here, like these 2 little guys, but there's enough of these guys here that you're not really going to notice it, which is nice.
Yeah. It's the same philosophy with the Poxwalkers that the Death Guard have.
Yeah, so you have enough of the horde to actually make it all look different.
Yeah.
And then our leader he's rocking around with that candelabra, I noticed. Why do you have a candelabra, sir?
To
Why?
look amazing. That's why.
Follow the ethereal light.
Yes.
But these guys, there's a lot of them, so they get like 1 attack each, and yeah, they're gonna hurt. So they've got like no rendering on their weapons, but there's just a lot of them.
Yeah.
They're also ethereal, so they ignore modifiers, positive or negative, when making save rolls. So if you've got a lot of like rending and stuff through your force, it's really not going to affect my armor, which is so nice to have. They've also got Chilling Horde. Reroll wind rolls of 1 for this unit while it has 10 or more models. That's nice. Lots of little extra abilities. The last thing we have is the Grimghast Reapers.
I've been waiting for you to show these because I love the look of these.
Yeah, these guys I think are great. Now, let me just push my Horde of Undead away here, just to get them out of the way. Stay. And these guys here look fantastic.
It's the size that do it for me.
Yeah, but they've got such different poses into these ones.
Yep.
So that they just, each guy looks individual and heroic, and then the one guy running around with a bell going, hear ye, bring out your dad, bring out your dad.
Yeah.
You're not dead. Bong.
I'm not dead. You are now.
But I mean, like, for painting wise, these are going to be so easy for a younger painter as well, because it's get your prime done, get it at zenith with even with a rattle can
or a dry brush or anything like that.
Exactly. Do some block colors, bit of a wash, and you're done.
Yeah,
maybe an edge highlight.
Stormcast.
Yes.
Time for Stormcast.
Now, I will say I'm kind of gnashing my teeth that I didn't take the Stormcast, because now that I see them built, they do look epic.
You see exactly what I was talking about before we built them.
Yeah, and actually I did have a read through this booklet like halfway through for the storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a specific group of the Stormcast who are fighting within the narrative of this one.
Okay.
And I think you would like their color scheme, because they're done a little bit like dark metal stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, let's start with the Lord Arcanum.
I assume this is this big guy.
Yes. Anything with Lord is amazing.
Yeah, so he's riding a big griffin.
A big griff charger.
Yes. No wings.
No wings. It doesn't need to fly. It has claws.
The details on this are gorgeous.
It is a beautiful model.
How did it go together? Many parts?
Not too bad. I think it was maybe about 11 parts or so.
That's not bad.
No, it's really quite easy to put together. And he's epic. He's really, really epic.
What's he got?
So I'm going to hand this to you.
Oh, okay.
You're better at this than I am.
So he's got move of 12, save 3 up, really goddamn good.
Yep.
7 wounds, bravery 9. He's a brave boy. Description: a Lord Arcanum on a Griff Charger is a single model. They are armed with an... I'm not even going to try pronouncing that. They carry Spirit Flasks and ride a Griff Charger, and that savages the foe with its razor beak and claws. So he's got 2 weapon profiles here. So whenever he gets into combat, you attack with all of your weapons.
Yeah.
So you're not having to pick between. They will both have a go at someone.
Yeah.
And oh look, you have Rend. I don't care. I'm ethereal.
Because
Yay!
The angry Griff Charger you've just arrived into combat with isn't going to sit there and wait for you to give it permission.
No. Actually, it hits just as well as him.
Yep.
It wounds just as well as him. It rends better than him, but it does less damage than him.
It's fine.
Yeah. He's also got some magic, so he's a wizard. He's a wizard.
He's not quite a wizard.
Well, he's got some spells that you can cast. So this is where I'd see some of your older youngsters grabbing this because it's got a little more to it because it's this size.
Yeah.
Love the artwork on it though.
Lovely. Let's go with the other character then. We have the Knight Incantor, which is the...
Which one's the Knight Incantor? The one with the spiky thing.
Yeah, the lady that's like screaming at the sky.
So this is her here. Again, super sharp details on this.
Mm-hmm.
For this, painting wise, I assume prime the main colour you want, and then block out your colours, give it a wash, dry brush.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of highlights.
Yeah, I'd probably be trying to hard edge this as much as possible.
Really? See, there's a technique I have not played about much with, is hard edge highlighting. It's something I've always been scared of.
I hate yet love it.
Really?
I hate doing it, but when I'm finished, I love it.
Mm.
And yeah, that's what I would do. Okay. That's what I did with my Stone Templar, and I absolutely hated the whole process, but at the end of it, I was like, these look class.
Yeah. She's got quite a few abilities on here. Quite a few keywords. Now, keywords can be important as well during your gameplay, but that's whenever you're really getting into it. 5 wounds, 3 up save, bravery 9, move 5. Pretty damn tough.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got her Incantor Staff. Spirit Flask. Knight's Incantor can smash the filled Spirit Flask they carry, causing a deadly explosion of soul energy. She has grenades.
Yeah. She has soul grenades.
Well, she has 1 soul grenade.
Okay.
So once per battle at the start of the combat phase, you can say that this model will shatter 1, 2, or 3 Spirit Flasks. If you do so, each unit within 3 of this model suffers a mortal wound for each Spirit Flask that was shattered. Units within 3 with 10 or more models suffer D3 mortal wounds for each Spirit Flask that was shattered instead. Allocate the mortal wounds to this model last of all, after allocating them to any other units. Wait, so she's just going, no! Whap! Off the thigh.
Yeah. So she can run into that big tar pit unit and just go, I'm going to drop 3 of these now.
Yeah, but you might blow your own ass up.
That's fine. That's totally fine. It's for Sigmar. It doesn't matter if she dies or not. It's for Sigmar.
Okay. Okay, that's actually a very interesting one.
She's quite cinematic, actually, given those rules. Let's move on to...
You should have another character there.
No, I don't.
Really?
No.
Okay.
I have the 2. I have my Lord and her.
Oh, I see.
Everybody else is a unit.
Okay.
So...
Artillery?
No.
Oh, come on. It's beautiful.
Fine. Celestar Ballista.
Yes.
Let's have a look at that.
This looks fabulous.
It's a 4-barreled thingy that fires probably holy thingies.
Take a Scorpion, put it on steroids for a week, and you're about there.
Yeah. So,
I mean, like, again, gorgeous detail. The filigree and stuff on the front. This feels like a heavy-duty forged weapon of war.
Yep.
And it's got 2 launch levers on the back, so I'm guessing it can go rapid fire if it likes.
That would be cool.
And then the guys themselves I like because they're actually holding a sextant to actually get you distances and stuff.
Yep.
And then you've got the other guy. Well, I'm not exactly sure what he's holding.
I think it's
extra ammunition.
It's probably ammunition.
And some form of magical spanner. That's a magical spanner.
I fixed this with Sigmar's Blessing.
Again, it's nice to see that even in this world, when it's broke, you want to fix it, whap.
Yep. So you are right, this does have 2 profiles for single shot and rapid fire.
Ah, nice.
So single shot, 36 inches, attacks 1, 3 plus to hit, 3 plus to wound, -2 for rend, and 1 damage. Rapid fire is 18-inch range, but attacks 4. and it's 5 to hit, but the rest of the profile's the same.
Nice. Any specials down the bottom?
Bastions of Death, versatile weapon, chain lightning.
Chain lightning?
Each projectile unleashed by a Celestar Ballista has a bolt of Sigmar's lightning imbued within it. Each time you roll a hit for an attack made with the unit's storm bolts, that attack inflicts d6 hits on the target instead of 1.
Oh,
that sounds
46 hits if you get the 5s.
Yeah, that sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna want to shoot at my my horde.
Yeah, and throw the Incantor at them as well.
See,
so she's gonna like throw the grenades into the sky, and this bugger's gonna shoot them with chained lightning bolt thingies.
See, I don't know. I would send her hero hunting, just because it's mortal wounds. You don't get saves for those.
No, it'd just be more funny for her to just wade into something and be like, "I'm probably gonna die, but it's gonna be worth it."
Very cool. Very cool.
Next up then, Sequiturs. I'm going to call them Sequiturs.
Sequiturs?
Yes,
these are the guys.
This is like the larger unit.
Alright, so how many guys in this? 5?
We have 5. We have 2 ladies and 2 males. Well, 3 males.
They're rocking around with
the big old shields and maces.
Maces. Which, they're kind of like a hybrid mace axe, I would say. If you look closely at this.
It looks sharp enough.
Yeah, that's a mace axe.
It's a max.
It's a max.
It's
or is it an ace?
Well, they're calling it the Storm Smite Maul.
Ah, okay. I love the way they've done the flowing cloaks. John, you were absolutely right that just adds that extra little bit of pizzazz to the characters.
The cloth work makes the Stormcast models really desirable to me now.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I used to be terrified of doing cloth. I'm still not 100% on it.
Yeah.
Because there's one thing I talk about, which is doing long highlights, which is see down along the folds. Getting that to actually be done and actually blend properly, I always found was a real challenge.
Yeah.
But I've kind of given up on that. And yeah, the posing on these is so heroic. It's something Games Workshop do so well.
Yeah. They've gotten better at it too with this this philosophy of making a lot of models like single pose. They get to play with that and make something that looks really epic, which is achievable for any skilled modeler.
Yeah, but I will say, whenever they did the 40k version, they actually did some multiple things where you actually had like the same back but a different front to actually change it. So it was kind of modular without needing to be modular.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I would hope to see them maybe try that with some of the Age of Sigmar stuff.
I would say in the standard box sets they're going to be more multi-part like we're used to.
Yeah.
But these starter set minis give you an epic looking army without needing to.
Yeah, I will say next time I'm off in Belfast, I am going to be very tempted to nip into Games Workshop to grab some of them, just as a little side project. I know.
On top of your other side project,
I know. I have way too many minis. We all have that.
Yep. Right. Let's move on to Evocators. Evocators. Because there's no E other than the one at the start. Evocators,
yeah,
I guess.
Evocators. Perhaps they're French.
Perhaps.
So yeah.
Oh, I've just realised actually as well.
Oh, these are 2 weapon wielding.
Yeah, I've just realised as well that the Sequiturs actually have 3 more models to the unit.
Really?
Yes. My bad. They have the two-handed Great Mauls as well.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, this guy.
I love these. The big plumes are so nice. And then having the poses. These guys actually look slightly lighter armored than the others.
They're probably not.
It's just without the shield, they don't have that same weight to them.
True, yeah.
But they're absolutely lovely. And then you were saying there were 3 that you missed?
Yes, from the Sequiturs. These.
I see.
These badasses here.
Hello.
Because those are the Great Mauls that they have.
Yeah, it's nice that you can have the mix of weapons in the unit.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm guessing you could probably do a full unit of these or a full unit of the other guys.
Yeah, I'd say in like the multi-part box set, you could probably just choose how many you want. They're nice too, but I still like the shield. I like the one-hander shield.
Yeah. Well, let me have a look at the weapon profiles from them.
Right, the Sequiturs. Storm Smite Maul. Attacks 2/3 to hit, 3 to wound, no rend and 1 damage.
Yeah.
But the Great Mace, the two-hander.
Yeah.
Same profile until it's 1 rend and 2 damage.
Ah.
So they would actually be kind of useful.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Any change to the saves because of them not having the shield?
The shield adds, rather than... hang on. You can reroll save rolls of 1 for this unit if any models from the unit are carrying soul shields, which 5 of them are.
So it might be nice to actually build this unit just in general with a few of those shields in there just for the rerolls.
Yeah.
Depending if you're getting competitive. Yeah, I know brothers and sisters playing together, it's, you want to beat your sibling.
Yeah, so you want to be as cheesy as possible. The Evocators then, with the 2 weapon thing.
Yeah.
Tempest Blade and Storm Stave, it's all 1 profile for them. Attacks 4.
Whoa!
3 to hit, 3 to wound, 1 rend, 1 damage.
Okay.
Let me see now. Unit of Evocators is a wizard, while it has 2 or more models. So it has some magic behind it as well.
I see.
What else have we got here? Celestial Lightning Arc. They love lightning.
Yeah, but I mean, like that's the whole thing. Sigmar is the god of lightning.
Yeah.
And good stuff.
Right, last unit.
Yes.
Casta Gators. These are the ranged guys. Let me guess, do you have lightning as well?
More than likely. This is them
Almost.
here. They're a good looking unit.
They are. They are really cool.
Getting these guys down on the tabletop is going to look absolutely fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the weapon design on these, because it feels like a repeating crossbow.
It's like, I'm a rifle, but I'm still a crossbow, but I'm also a ballista.
I suppose if you probably compare this to a normal sized person, because these guys are pretty damn hefty. If you compare one of these to one of my little dudes,
yeah,
they are quite beefy.
Hello, Ghosty. Have this to the face.
Although I like the fact that the commander of the unit actually has to reload.
Yeah, she's like mid-reload.
Yeah, which is a nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing missing from these is I would perhaps like to see maybe some extra rounds of ammunition hanging off belts. Perhaps, I've not seen yet.
Yeah.
Because I mean, at the minute, is it underneath the cloak, or is it drawn from the ether? Is it from this null space pouch?
It's magicked into existence by Sigmar.
Yeah.
What other explanation do you need?
Yeah.
So the Thunderhead Great Bow. What a class name.
You happy?
That's a beautiful name. I almost forgive you for Helgun. Almost forgive you for Helgun with that name.
Yeah.
The Thunderhead Great Bow. I had to say it twice. Range 18, attacks 1, 3 to hit, 3 to wound, 1 rend, 1 damage. So not bad.
Yeah.
But they also have melee weapons. Great Bow's heavy stock. So they just turn the thing around and start beating you to death.
So that's just rifle butt.
Yeah. 2 attacks, 4 to hit, 4 to wound, 1 damage.
Now, I will say, looking through here, some of my stuff I don't think actually has ethereal. Or no, ethereal. I think most of it has. The Knight of Shrouds doesn't, but everybody else, yes. Everybody else seems to have it.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you've got big Rand, throw it against the leader for this box. I would say, I want to get this down on tabletop and play, John.
Yeah, I do want to give this a go. I would really like to give this one a go.
Although I will say, definitely give the Battle of Grimsforge a read, because it's such a fun little story, because it actually tells you about a couple of the heroes in the defense of a siege who actually get raised up by Sigmar and put back down. One of them gets like a 30-foot tall silver statue put up, and then there's a third person leading the siege. He's an engineer, doesn't get noticed by anybody. And he's just walking around going, God damn it, I helped save the city, what's going on? I helped. Yeah, but at which point he hears whispers in the back of his head going, give you power.
Alright. One of those, yeah.
Yeah. But it's a really fun storyline, and I love having that narrative, because that has given me the wedge that I want to actually start reading in the main rulebook for all of the backstory and stuff, and maybe picking up some of the army books to find out about the different factions, the different the different orders, the different realms. It's very cool. But I think the focus of this one is focused within the realm of death. So I could butcher this. If I do, I apologize. Saitesh, I believe it's called.
Okay.
Where the Great Necromancer Nagash has basically been a naughty boy.
Right.
So basically, whenever the world was broken, it broke off into the different realms, if you remember the end of Warhammer 8.
Yep.
Yeah, so he was actually buried under a mountain.
Okay.
Sigmar decides to dig him out. I know, Sigmar, why are you doing this? But apparently he put him into the Pantheon while he was building the realms and getting it all together. Then it all went to pot. Nagash went off and started doing his own thing. And he is now very pissed off with Sigmar for a very simple reason. So you know the way Sigmar gathers up people just before they die?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Nagash looks at that and goes, look, they were still alive. I'm kind of going to let this one slide. Then Sigmar starts reaching into Nagash's realm and going, oh, there's some ancient hero spirits here. I can use those. Those are fantastic. I'm going to have me them. Drags them out. Nagash goes, no, what are you doing? Those are mine. What? No, okay, now I'm going to destroy you.
Don't be stealing my marbles.
Yeah, those are my toys.
Yeah.
But he also, there's a brilliant bit in that where it actually explains what Nagash's big master plan was. So he built like an upside down pyramid built of the raw stuff of the magic of the realm.
Okay.
And started committing a ritual. Because the main magic of this realm was all based around the outside of it, right?
Yeah.
And if you went out into it, it was basically like the sands of time. So a mortal man walking out there, you could age 100 days in a year. So what Nagash did, he built his pyramid dead center, where basically everybody who was like mortal and undead could live in peace and harmony. Nagash starts his ritual, the pyramid starts to rotate. And instead of boring down into the ground, it actually starts twisting the realm and rotating it into a cone. So now all the magic is being funneled down into the middle where Nagash is. And every soul from each of the areas within the realm, because the realm is actually made up of all of the afterlives of all the mortal realms.
Yeah.
So it's like heaven given form, hell given form.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you die in a mortal realm and you will come here, and you've been a good person, and you believe, right, I'm going to the Golden City, this is going to be fantastic, you will actually get to go to the Golden City. If you're one of the dwarves who dies, and you've been a good dwarf, your afterlife is, okay, I'm going into the mines of my ancestors, favorite pick in hand, and I'm going to spend the rest of eternity mining out some shiny gems with my ancestors. Hooray. However, if you've been a naughty person, you might end up treading water in a lake of fire for the rest of eternity. Because your afterlife has been given form in this realm. So I'm thinking this could make some very interesting gaming tables, because there's a whole different like gamut of pantheons, afterlives and stuff that you could build your tables for. So that could be very cool.
That would be something to explore.
So it's, for me, perfect jump off point to Age of Sigmar.
Yeah. But let's not talk about tables just yet. Can we actually play a game at some point?
We can play a basic game.
I would like to get taken through this and see if my love for the Stormcast holds up when I actually play a game. I'm pretty sure it will.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll tell you what we need to do then. We need to pass it out to everybody out there. What do you think of this starter set? Personally, I like it. I think it's a fantastic jump off point. Yeah. John?
Absolutely. I love the models. I've loved what they did before the K8, and they've brought this up to speed with it, and I think this is great.
All right. Well, everybody get your comments in. We'll move on. We'll see you again very soon.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now, and be sure to check out beastsofwar.com for the latest gaming news and gaming let's plays. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.